الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف المرسلين وبعد. Dear students, it's a great pleasure for me again to meet you in this course 101, and today we are going to cover lecture 10. Before we go on, I hope that you have covered and watched lecture 9 and the previous lectures, and at the same time understood everything I explained in the previous lecture. Regarding the live lecture, because I have received so many calls and emails about live lectures every day. What about live lecture, the second live lecture? Just to remind you that live lecture will be on coming Wednesday at 5 for only just students who specialize in this special education. Yeah. Okay. Now, this first of all to give you about the element of our lectures, what are the element or the content of our lecture today. I hope that we will cover 4 content here, starting by what is called sentence structure, or other some references called sentence tree, yes, and mainly focusing on what is called parts of speech. Yeah. Then we'll move to common adjectives that here I wrote common because we have so many adjectives, but I want you to understand and to know the meanings and how to use common adjective, or what is called active adjective. Yes. Then number 3, as usual, we will go again to shed light on some important words through the yellow book, which is called interaction axis, in different pages. I'll show you when we start them. And finally, to explain the final ED. You know that we have covered the final ES, but today I'll try to show you the pronunciation and the spelling of the final or the end ES when it comes after the verbs or after the noun. The same spelling and the same pronunciation. Okay? So these are the elements of our lecture, hoping that you are ready now to start the first content, which is sentence structure or parts of speech. Yeah. If you want to see more examples and sorry, other parts of speech, you can go back to different pages in red book. Yes. You might go and see on page 108, 58 and 166 and 164. You will see some examples mainly on part of speech. But before we go on, just to show you or to explain to you what do we mean by part of speech. So part of speech here we mean in Arabic تصريف الكلمات أو أجزاء الجملة. Yes. So in English we have 3 types of a sentence. A sentence might be simple, and a sentence might be what is called compound, and a sentence might be complex. A simple sentence is a sentence which contains at least one subject and one verb. we don't have in English any sentence without two elements or two parts. A verb preceded by a subject. But in Arabic, you know that we can form a sentence without a verb. When we say الطقس جميل, yes, no verb here. But in English, we can't form a sentence without any verb. At least we should use, let's say, verb to be. Yeah? So this is the difference between Arabic and English, that in English language, we must use at least a verb to be to form a sentence. When we say the weather is, let's say, beautiful, the weather is fine. So we have a verb. But in Arabic, we can say الطقس جميل without any verb. الطقس جميل ما عندنا فعل. لكن باللغة الإنجليزية لازم يكون أقل شيء فعل كون حتى تكون في جملة. Yes? Therefore, we call this a simple sentence. So, a simple sentence in English, it contains of some parts. And in a simple sentence, we might have an article. You know, articles. A, an, or the. A, as I explained before, maybe in lecture 3 or 2 or 4, I don't know exactly. A used before singular noun, yes, that start with consonant, حروف ساكنة, نستخدم A مع الكلمات المفردة. And an before singular nouns start or begin with vowels. And you know vowels, A, E, I, O, and U. So A and U, sorry, A and an are called indefinite articles. يعني أداة التعريف الغير محددة. Because when we say a car, we don't know what car is it. But when we say the car, so the here is another article, but the here is called definite article, which means that we know exactly when we say the car. So I know the car, I know its brand, I know its color, and I mean in mind this or that car. Yeah? Then, sorry. In a sentence, we have a noun. So, a noun in English might be singular or a plural. And I think maybe in the coming lecture, I'll explain the plural form of some nouns that we have irregular and regular nouns. Yeah. Okay. But here, you should know that a noun might be singular or plural. And at the same time, in a sentence, a noun might be a subject or object. Okay. So keep this in mind. If we have a noun in a sentence, the subject, the noun might be a subject or an object. And the noun might be singular or plural. Yeah, this is the way. We might not have a noun, we might have a pronoun instead of a noun. Yeah? So, you know everything about the pronouns, and I hope we covered them and you understood all of them. Yeah? The number 4 here, in a sentence, we might have an adjective. You know, adjectives in English, 3 types. The first one is called short adjective. Adjective. When we say small, big, cold, hot. So this is cold. This is short. And I mean by short that we have just a few letters. 3 letters. Hot. Yeah. The other type of adjective is long adjective. Long adjective when we say beautiful, important, difficult, interesting, and so on. Yeah. And the third type of adjective when we have what is called irregular adjective. When we say, we have just 5 or 6. When we say many, much, little, few, and we have other with a special use. Yes, I'll explain all of different adjective later, inshallah. And number five, we might have an adjective, we might have adverb. You know that adverb is different from an adjective. Or an adjective is used to describe nouns, but an adverb is used to describe verbs only. And you see adverb, so it is limited for verbs. Yeah. Number 6. Yeah. A main verb in a sentence. We said that at least we have a helping verb, we have verb to be, or we might have a helping verb and verb to be, and we might have just only main verb, فعل رئيسي. And main verb here, when we say Hind speaks English. So speaks here is a main verb because we don't have any other verbs here. Yeah. So a main verb in a sentence might be present, which means the time being, or might be in the past, or might be future. So 3 cases of a main verb: the past, or present, or future. Yeah. Then we might have an auxiliary. An auxiliary, I mean here a helping verb. Yeah, a helping verb. A helping verb here, so we have not 3 types, we have 4 types. Here I mentioned 3. I'll remind you now. Verb to be, like is, am, are, was, were. Then we have verbs to have, when we say has, have, had. And we have the 3rd type, which is called modals. Modals, we have more than maybe 10 modals. Will, would, can, could, may, might, ought to, yeah, have to, has to, and have to, has to, and had to. So they are considered as modals because the verb after modal must be infinitive in all cases. Yeah. And the 4th helping verb is called do support. So do, did, and does, they are called do support. And we mean by support, يعني do الداعمة, do support. Why we call them do support? Because we use do when we want to form a question or we want to use the negative form. Yes? And we might use do and does and did as a main verb, as I explained or I gave you in the homework. Yeah? And in a sentence, we have a preposition. A preposition. You know, I remember in the 2nd or 3rd lectures when we have so many prepositions with some pictures. Yeah. So preposition, حروف الجر. We have in English more than 30 prepositions. But here I put to you most of the common preposition. And if you go back, I explained to you 2 situations of using prepositions. The first one is to use the preposition with place on the table, over our head, near, next, behind, in front of, with, by, and so on. And then I gave you using prepositions with time. When we say on December the 3rd, yes? Or when we say in October, or at 7 o'clock. So these are the situation to use prepositions. We have another use of preposition which is called using preposition with manner. When we say manner, يعني كيفية. Yes? So when we say he came in a hurry, you see? يعني جاء مسرعا, in a hurry, and so on. So no need to put you in this new situation. So keep in mind to use prepositions with place and with time. Yeah. So these are the situations in which we use a preposition, and at the same time these are the part of a speech, not all of them, but the main part of a speech in a simple sentence or in a compound sentence or in a complex sentence. Okay? Now, what you are going to do is just to decide or to say or to know whether this word or this letter is a helping verb or it's a preposition. Let's see the exercise, and keep in mind again and again, remind you, I really feel nervous from now and then when I receive a call, what or how the question will come. So I explain every lecture that the questions will come as the way I give you the exercise or the question. Let's see. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, we have, let's say, for the first four questions here. You see here, we have, this is the sentence. The final test will be similar to the questions in the lecture exercise. Yeah? Yes, this sentence we have underlined maybe 4 words. This is final, this is will, this is questions, this is in. So 4 underlined words followed by 4 questions. See, let's see here the type of question. The part the speech of final is. Here, this is final. What is final here? Is it a verb, a noun, adjective, adverb, preposition, an article, or something? So you find that the final test, so final is an adjective. So this is the answer. Decide this. So this word is adjective. This word is a verb. This word is a subject. Now, number 2, the past speech of a question. So questions here is a noun. But we want to know whether this noun is object or subject, so keep this later. But now here, the question here is easy, just to say questions. The word the question here is a noun. Yeah. Number 3, the past speech of will. What is will? Is will preposition, a noun, a verb, an adjective, or so on. So here, will here is a model. As I said here in the list, that will refers to models like will, would, can, could, may, might, and so on. Number 4, the past speech of in. It's very easy for you to decide what when is. Is when a verb, a noun, a preposition. So it is a preposition. Yeah. So the first 4 questions on part of a speech seem very easy, just to decide. Yeah. Now let's see the other 4 questions on the same topic. Yeah. The part speech of us. You see, this is another sentence. Yeah. So this sentence we have doctor, we have gave, we have us, and we have last. So followed by 4 questions. Yeah. Let's see the type of question here, different from the first 4 questions here. The part speech of us. Us, we know that it is a pronoun. But what types of a pronoun? If you go back to the table about the pronoun, that we have subject pronoun, object pronoun, possessive pronoun, reflexive pronoun. يعني ايش نوع الضمير؟ ضمير فاعل، ضمير مفعول، ضمير ملكية، أو إنه يكون ضمير عكسي. So here us, if you go back to pronouns, you will see that us here is an object pronoun. It is an object pronoun. Yeah. Number 6, the past speech of gave. Is gave here, it is a verb. Is gave here present, future, or past? You will find it is a past verb. In the past, gave is the past of give. Yeah. Number 7, the past speech of last. Last. This is last week. So here, last before noun, it is an adjective. Where is an adjective? This is an adjective. Okay. Now let's move to the last question about or on part of speech. The part of speech of doctor. This is doctor, and this is doctor here. So is doctor in this sentence a verb, an object noun, or a subject noun? You will find it is a subject noun. Yeah? So a student who want to improve his English, if he must or he should know the part of speech of any sentence in order to form a meaningful sentences, in order to speak, in order to write, in order to understand any reading passage or stay in different places or different resources. Yeah? Okay. Okay, now let's move to the other new content, which is about common adjective. You go back to the red book, which is Basic English Grammar, page 161, and you will find all of them from this page. Yeah? And the common adjective, which means الصفات الشائعة الأكثر شيوعا. Yes. You know, we have here some about 40. We have 20 here, but because we have here adjective and its opposite. And this is my advice to you. Whenever you see, or you read, or you hear, or listen to a new word or a new adjective, try directly to know its opposite. Yes. So when you hear, or you listen, or you see, or you read the word big, so keep in mind directly that big is the opposite of small. Big is small. Yeah? This is the way. So I read them quickly if I see if... And by the way, most of them came in maybe lecture 5 or 6. So beautiful, the opposite of it, beautiful here. This is the adjectives, and this is the opposite. Adjective and opposite. الصفة وعكسها. Yeah. Okay, now beautiful, ugly, big, small, much, little, boring, interesting, cheap, expensive, clean, dirty, cold, hot, dangerous, safe, dry, wet, easy, difficult, good, bad, happy, sad, large, small, long, short, noisy, quick, old, and let's see number 16. Number 16. This is old. So old. So old have more than one meaning, but you just here in the text box we have it. Old means in Arabic qadim, or old mean kabir al-sin. Yes? If it means kabir al-sin, the opposite, young shab. If it means old, qadim, the opposite is new. Yeah? So the opposite of old is both new and young. This is poor. Then 17, poor, sweet, hello. The opposite, sour. Strong, weak. And by the way, keep this in mind, weak. You see weak? The same pronunciation as weak. Yes. Week, but like this. Week means 7 days, but here week means very, or the opposite of strong. Weak, ضعيف, weak, أسبوع. Yes? Okay. Number 20 here, so fast and slow. The opposite of fast is slow. Yeah? Okay. So let's have practice some questions. Yeah. The first one, the planes aren't, they are very fast. It is repeated. I remember this word from other lecture. The planes aren't, they are very fast. What is the opposite of fast? Slow. So this is the answer. Number 2, the opposite meaning of noisy. Noisy means مشاغب أو ضجيج أو مثير للضجة, is quiet, هادئ. Number 3, my grandfather isn't. He is very old. You see, my grandfather isn't. He is very old. He refers to people. يعني we can't say that جدي قديم. جدي كبير السن. Yes. So the opposite of old is not new. يعني if you will put جدي ليس جديدا وإنما قديما. It's not, يعني it sounds strange, but the meaning here, my grandfather isn't young. ليس شابا وإنما كبير السن. Number 4, that man is very. He can move a truck alone. He can. So can, one of the models which means to describe ability. كان نستخدمها مشان تعبر عن القدرة. So he can move a truck alone. So he is very strong. Sorry. Okay, let's move to the other questions. And by the way, this is the way that will come in the final test. So don't be afraid or don't be unsteady. Yes. Number 5. The opposite meaning of the word is narrow. What is the opposite of narrow? Narrow, ضيق, and its opposite is wide. Wide, narrow. Number 6. Everything around, يعني كل شيء حولنا, is because of the heavy rain last night. Heavy rain. طبعا heavy معناها ثقيل. This is the problem I received from the, يعني بعض الطلاب بيقولوا دكتور كيف انت بتقول لنا معنى هذا كيف هطلعها من القاموس والله معناها فهيبي معناها ثقيل ورين مطر مو معناها المطر الثقيل. So heavy here means المطر الكثيف. So many meanings for anywhere. So everything around is wet, and we mean by wet the opposite of dry, جاف, wet, مبلل. Number 7 is the opposite of sweet, حلو, and sweet might be used for taste, حلو المذاق, or might be used to describe people. Okay, this or that is very sweet. Yes. Yes. Number 7 is the opposite of sweet is sour. So معناها مر أو حامض. Yes. Number 8. Sitting by the sea coast isn't. It is very quiet. So quiet, the opposite of quiet is noisy. I remember this notes about how to find the meaning, even if you have a dictionary. So please try to pick up the exact meaning. Some of the students who want to translate, when we say in writing letters, we say صديقي الغالي, صديقي العزيز. So الغالي in describing people we call dear student, dear friend, dear brother. But some students who translate can say like this, الغالي معناها expensive. So he write expensive friend. You see this? Hello, my expensive friend. So expensive for things and dear for people. So this is the way you should avoid, not to give the meaning that refers to things to describe people. Yeah. So this is about the adjective. Now let's move here to about previewing vocabulary. Yes. And here vocabulary we have from different pages. When I say or I tell you that this exercise about vocabulary, it means to go back to yellow book. If you didn't have yellow book, so I put them here in this table. these are the pages you might go back, but no need because everything here in the table. Number one here. Sorry. Attractive. So attractive here means very beautiful when you say attractive. Yes. Attractive. ما بدي حد يتصل يقول لي ما هي attractive معناها جذاب مو معناها جميل. The same. Yes. It is adjective. And diet it means a special food for those who want to slim مشان الرشاقة مشان حمية. raw not cooked. raw معناها ني not cooked غير مطبوخ ني. Slim means thin in an attractive way. يعني slim شوفوا معناها بتلاقوها والله معناها ضعيف negative adjective. يعني لما بنقول احنا والله هذا شخص ضعيف معناها صفة سلبية. But here slim is a positive meaning. معناها رشيق ممشوق يعني صفة إيجابية. Yes. Gain which means win or get. So gain معناها يحصل على أو يكسب. Okay. And join mean يتحد أو ينضم. Yeah. Number 7 here. Overweight here. يعني any word preceded by over which means exaggeration. يعني مبالغ بهذا الشيء. ونقول overweight معناها يعني مبالغ في الوزن. It means very fat. Yes. And fat is the opposite of thin. Yeah. While here means during. While and when and so on. So while here means بينما. Yes. Number 9 work. Oh, let's stop here work, by the way. If you go back to the dictionary and open the word work, you will find so many meanings under work. 2 pages. It depends upon the situation, the context that you use work in. So here, work might be a job, as a noun. Might be do. Might be succeed. And might be يفعل, يعمل, يشتغل. And so many meanings, yes? But here, you will find that we have in the book, in the yellow book, we have 3 exercises, 3 sentences with different meaning about work. Number 10 here, snack. Snack is, let's say, a light meal. وجبة خفيفة. A small or a light meal between meals. Yeah? Okay. No need more explanation of snack because you know them. You know it now. Let's move to complete the word here. Bake. We have bake, boil, and fry. Bake, to expose something to fire directly. البيك معناها اللي هو الخبز وتعريض الشيء إلى النار مباشرة. We say bake. But boil, use fire, but here we use to heat in water. يغلي. And the fry, يقلي. So we can't say بنقلي في الماء أو بنقلي. We say fry in oil. So fry with oil, boil with water, and bake direct fire. عرض النار مباشرة. خبز. Yeah. Number 14, disgusting, from disgust. So disgusting, it depends upon the situation. So disgusting means من معانيها. Okay. إنه يكون معناها هذا المعنى السطحي. Disgusting. When we say the food is disgusting, يعني الطعام رائحته كريهة أو رائحته مثلا قديم أو and so on. But we have what is called the informal use, and when we say I feel disgusted, شعرت بالاشمئزاز. You see, this is the way. So you might say this event, هذا الحادث, or that is disgusting, مثير للاشمئزاز. Yes. And in both cases it is an adjective. Number 15, delicious. So delicious for food, but we have the same meaning as delicate. Delicate for maybe clothes, for other things. So when you say delicious, very pleasant taste for food, but delicate, like this one. So delicate here is different, the same, but it's used here with things like clothes or like sight, mandar fakhir, and so on. And the last one is except. Again, except. Keep this in mind. So except, we have in English what's called homophone. Homophone, الكلمات اللي لها نفس اللفظ بس تختلف المعنى أو قريبا من بعض. We have expect. Expect means يتوقع. And we have here except. Number 16, which means apart from. معناها باستثناء أو ما عدا. And we have accept. It means اقبل. Accept. Yes, يقبل. And we have recept, and we have so many meanings. So these are the words that I want you to revise and to understand, because you might use them in your daily life. Yes. To see here some of the questions here about number 1. The word is the closest in meaning to the phrase not cooked. Okay, no need to waste time. So raw. So raw means not cooked. Number 2, some people lose weight, but they usually eat back. Gain. يفقد يكسب. Yes? يفقد يكسب. Number 3, the word is close to meaning to the phrase very beautiful. It's attractive. And number 4, she looked very, because of the diet she followed. بسبب الحمية التي تتبعها, she looks very slim. Okay? Let's move to, number 5. I remembered the meaning of all the word except. Try to translate this sentence. You will find it sound something strange. I remember the meaning of all the word except. So the answer is except. I remember the meaning of all words except the word except. Number 6, my friend suffered from he is now too fat, overweight. And number 7, there's a closest meaning to the phrase old, smelly, and very bad. Disgusting. And number 8, dieting often doesn't work. People usually gain back the weight. So work here, if you translate it, you will find it meaning is succeed. Sorry. This is the way the questions will come in the final test. Please don't ask me what are the form of the question in the final test. This is the way. Yes. Now the final or the last things I will give you today, I'll cover, inshallah, about the final ED. So final ED. If you remember the final ES, when we use S after the verb for a noun, we have 3 different pronunciations and spelling. We might have S like حرف السين بالعربي, or Z like حرف الزين. S when we say talks. Zain when we say goes. And ES when we say matches. Yes? This is for ES, but here today about ED. So the final ED here, the same. We have 3 different pronunciations and the spelling. We might pronounce ed as the letter t when we say talked, helped. When we say watched. We can't say watched. No, watched. And so on. Missed. I missed you. I missed you. Not missed or not missed. Missed. T. حرف التاء. Number 2, to pronounce ed as did, like Arabic حرف الدال. Okay. When we the final one of them. Yes. This is for id. Warned. You see this here? We say, not, we can't say we warned or we warned. No, we warned, dreamed, called, listened, enjoyed. Yeah. And the last thing about the pronunciation, ed, when we say decided, wanted. You see? Decided, wanted. Yes. So this is what I want you to know about the different pronunciation and the spelling of ed. Let's have here just 3 examples and 3 questions, the same in the final test. Yes. The underlined letter ed in the word played is pronounced the same as in the word. So played, the same as enjoyed. Played, enjoyed. Yeah. Number 2, the underlined letter ed in the word helped. The same as looked. I looked, not I looked, or not I looked. I looked. T. I looked. This is number 3. Yeah. The underlined letter ed in the word wanted. It's pronounced the same as decided. You see, my student, if you focus and pay attention to everything I say, I'm sure that you will get, let's say, not full mark, let's say A+ at least. Yeah. So this is the end of lecture 10. I hope that you understood everything, and wish you happy life and success. Thank you very much for today, and see you inshallah later in the 11th lectures and in the live lecture. Thank you very much. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.